Good afternoon, EagleNick AUDITS. You know what I mean, Vern. And this afternoon we are live right here across from that there IHOP. Now it used to be the International House of Pancakes, but according to a friend of mine, it is now the International House of Police. You know what I mean, Vern? Hello, Miss Jeannie. Hello, Rocky. Hello and good afternoon, Alan Cooper. Now a friend of mine came over here to that there IHOP a little over a week ago to buy breakfast for him and a bunch of kids. Now a 3-year-old ordered pancakes because they couldn't eat waffles. They brought the little kid waffles anyway. My friend refused to pay for it. Told him he wasn't going to pay for it unless they made the order right and brought her pancakes. They continued to bring out the rest of the order that was not even complete. Forgot to bring the eggs and the bacon and other stuff for some of the other orders. They would not make the youngest kid's order right. They threatened to have him arrested, called the Dalton Police Department. And Officer Miller and Officer Garcia with the Dalton Police Department came up. And Officer Garcia threatened to put my friend in handcuffs and take him to jail right there in front of all them little kids. They did not have no respect. IHOP did not make that order right. He had to pay nearly, I think he said $180-something for food that was not prepared right. They didn't get all of the food, and they brought the wrong food to the youngest kid that they couldn't eat. I think it says 1405. It would be West Walnut Avenue, Dalton, Georgia. Now, there was supposed to be somebody going to call him from IHOP headquarters, but they never got back in touch with him. Yeah, there was someone from corporate that was supposed to be getting in touch with him yesterday, and they never got back in touch with him. Now that was corporate. That wasn't from this local IHOP. If you're coming out to IHOP, EagleNick says I would hop over to Burger King, you know what I mean, Vern? Or either hop across the street to that there Taco Bell. Damn, look at that. Regular unleaded, $2.98 a gallon. Boy, that truck had their music real loud. I hope it didn't pick up enough of it to cause me to get a copyright strike. Good afternoon, Inferno, Alan Cooper, Mimi, and Alfonso, Mewtwo, Rocky, Miss Jeannie. How is everyone doing this afternoon? Yeah, I wouldn't hop into this IHOP in Dalton, Georgia. They will do you dirty. They don't prepare the food right. And then when you threaten to not pay for it, if they don't make it right, they will call them men with guns on you. You know what I mean, VERN? They don't try to make the order right to where the kids can enjoy that real expensive breakfast. They want to threaten to have you put in jail. IHOP, International House of Pansies. You know what I mean, VERN? International House of Police Callers. Oh no, they might call the police if they see old EagleNick over here on the other side of the road. Now the reason EagleNick is on this side is because there's some deep shade right here. That way I can keep my bike blocked from not blocking the sidewalk, and I can stay in the shade to where I won't get too hot. You know what I mean, VERN? Well, I don't think you should have to pay for food that is not correct. I don't think you should have to pay for food that is not all there. What happened to customer service? Hey, yo, EagleNick has never eaten at IHOP. Like I said, I would hop on over there to that Burger King. You know what I mean, VERN? We have burgers for breakfast. Check it out. I just want to give everybody a heads up and let them know that you shouldn't be using IHOP in Dalton, Georgia. Hop on over to that Burger King or hop across the road to the Taco Bell. But if you just gotta have that breakfast food, hop on up there to the Waffle House. You know what I mean, VERN? No, them ducks didn't ever catch old Eagle Nick. I had to get out of there before they got too hungry. You know what I mean, Vern? Hello, doing my head in. Who knows, they might even call the law on old Eagle Nick for being over here on the other side of the road, pointing a phone over there toward that IHOP. Yeah, we want to let them trolls talk, though, Inferno. I really appreciate you, brother, but I don't really put them in a timeout for too long, and I don't want anyone hid from the channel. We'd like to let them trolls talk. That may be Officer Garcia with the Dalton Police Department trying to troll old Eagle Nick. We've got a lot of police officers coming on to the live now. You know, they say Eagle Nick says he's all about free speech, but he lets the moderators put him in a real long timeout. But boy, I tell y'all what, it's hotter than a $2 pistol out here. And I was gonna do the live stream right over there from under that little tree, but we wouldn't get a very good view of the IHOP. This way we can actually walk out in the sun here. But there is a real high rate of traffic on this end of Walnut Avenue. A lot of it getting off from the interstate. Adventure Chevrolet, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Chevrolet. You know what I mean, Vern? It's just too hot out in that sun. But if you're thinking about going out to the IHOP, oh, Eagle Nick says you might better IHOP on over to that Burger King, or across the road, IHOP across the road to the Taco Bell. This is the IHOP on West Walnut Avenue in Dalton, Georgia, where Officer Garcia and Officer Miller with the Dalton Police Department threatened to put a friend of mine in handcuffs and take him to jail because IHOP refused to make his order correct. He spent over $180-something on breakfast to feed a bunch of kids. And then the IHOP wouldn't even make the order correctly and called the police on him, trying to have him arrested after lousy customer service. Now, I will be uploading a thumbnail. That's one of those plates from the IHOP. It was supposed to have waffles and scrambled eggs and bacon on it. Yet all they brought out was a cut up waffle and some French fries. No bacon, no eggs, and they did not bring that out. Boy, I'm smelling a lot of smoke all of a sudden. Is somebody trying to smoke me out here or what? But it is mighty hot out here, I tell you. If it wasn't for this little bit of shade, I wouldn't be able to be over here. Now, Officer Garcia with the Dalton Police Department told my friend that he doesn't like old EagleNick. Said he don't like that guy. Good afternoon, LF Hut. How you doing, brother? Hello, EQRC. How are you doing? We are over here protesting lousy customer service at the IHOP. We are protesting the IHOP, calling the police on somebody gonna have them arrested because the IHOP refused to make the order correctly. We are over here because Officer Garcia with the Dalton Police Department said he does not like EagleNick AUDITS. You know what I mean, Vern? It looks like IHOP. I should hop on a treadmill. You know what I mean, Vern? The International House of Puke. I believe old EagleNick would puke if he ever ate at that there restaurant. It wasn't me they called on, it was a friend of mine. Now, I don't know if they have IHOP in your area, but if they have lousy customer service at all IHOPs like they have in Dalton, Georgia, old EagleNick would recommend you hop on over to the Burger King or IHOP across the road to that Taco Bell. You know what I mean, Vern? We're watching out for that Dalton Police Department. Maybe old Officer Garcia would like to come up and tell everybody why he does not like old EagleNick. We might even see a bunch of police officers anyway. That IHOP is located right next door to that Krispy Kreme donut shop. You know what I mean, Vern? We all know how them cops like donuts. Hey, let's have a poll. If you think cops like Dunkin' Donuts best, put in 1 in the chat. If you think they like Krispy Kreme donuts best, put in 2. Which donut place do you think the police like best in Dalton, Georgia? Dunkin' Donuts or Krispy Kreme donuts? Boy, that little breeze I'm feeling every now and then feels heavenly. Look how the trees is blowing around a little bit. Because I'm telling you, it's hotter than a $2 hooker out here. Yeah, I know that it's IHOP. But I said the IHOP is located right next door to the Krispy Kreme donuts. And then I said, which donuts do you think the Dalton Police Department prefers? Dunkin' Donuts or Krispy Kreme donuts? Now, we don't have a Dunkin' Donuts on this end of Walnut Avenue, but we do have a Dunkin' Donuts out on Cleveland Highway. You know, I can read. I said International House of Pigs, International House of Police, International House of Puke. I don't know what this dude's doing. I guess he's on his phone. We're gonna make sure he don't try to assault us. What's up? What's up? How's it going, brother? Hey, we appreciate the people in the pickup truck coming by hollering EagleNick. Hope y'all are having a blessed day. If you're thinking about coming out here to that there IHOP, EagleNick says, I would hop over here to that Burger King, or I hop across the street to the Taco Bell. You know what I mean, Vern. The International House of Puke. Now, they will not make your order correctly. Then they will not correct your order when they mess it up, but they still expect you to pay for that shit. They will threaten to have you arrested, even though it is not what you ordered. You know, when you order pancakes for a little bitty kid that's 3 years old, that cannot chew up waffles, you don't bring that little kid waffles and then sit there and try to lie and say they ordered waffles. You know, the little kid took a damn crayon and circled the pancakes. I guess their waitresses, or whatever you want to call them, their servers, does not understand visual aids. You know, the little kid wanted to make sure they got it right. They circled the pancakes, and they still brought that little kid waffles. Hello, piece of garbage. Road Dog, Chris Smith, King. Hello, Miss Amy Elizabeth. Jepper, 1969. Scram. We are directly across from the IHOP, International House of Police in Dalton, Georgia. Now that IHOP is located at 1405 West Walnut Avenue, Dalton, Georgia. Now we do have the location of the IHOP in the live stream's description. Now we will be uploading a picture for the thumbnail of one of the incomplete orders. But we was hoping Officer Garcia with the Dalton Police Department might like to ride out here and tell EagleNick in the world why he doesn't like me so much. Good afternoon, EagleNick AUDITS. You know what I mean, VERN? The International House of Police. I keep hearing people down in here behind me. I don't want them to slip up behind me and try to knock me in the head. Jepper, 1969. If you don't like it, you don't have to stay. But thank you for coming on to the live stream anyway. You know what I mean, VERN. You wouldn't think it was stupid if you had been treated the way my friend was treated by that there IHOP. Good afternoon, Elias. Hello, doing my head in. Hello, Canadian Kevin. We are live in Dalton, Georgia, the carpet capital of the world, right across from that International House of Police. They've changed from the International House of Pancakes to the International House of Police. Now, they will screw up your order, not bring you all your food, bring you stuff you did not order that people cannot eat, then still make you pay for it or threaten to have you put in jail. You don't like it? Pay for it anyway or go to jail. You didn't order it? Pay for it anyway or go to jail. Kid ain't got no teeth and can't chew it up. Pay for it anyway or you'll go to jail. Well, old EagleNick says if you're going to go to that IHOP, EagleNick says it would be better to IHOP over to that there Burger King or IHOP across the street to that Taco Bell. Oh, EagleNick does not eat at the International House of Puke. Now, they've got customer service that would gag a maggot. How would you like to pay $180-something for breakfast and then not even get to eat the damn breakfast because it's not right when they refuse to make the order correctly and they threaten to have you put in jail by calling them little men with guns? You can see they're not very busy anyway. But they have some very lousy customer service. Now, corporate is supposed to be looking into that situation. But they still have not called my friend back. Ron Rowe. Good evening, Primrose Redmond. Hello, Valentin. Hello, John H. That's what I said, scram. It would gag a maggot. I bet that food is so gross it would make a maggot throw up. Check that out. That is a sharp car. Sharp Dodge. Now, we did actually have one pickup truck go by that hollered out EagleNick, so they knowed who I am. Yeah, I hop over there to Burger King and get a bacon double cheeseburger. You know what I mean, Vern? Oh, EagleNick thinks bacon goes better on a cheeseburger than it does on a pancake anyway. Primrose Redmond. EagleNick is from Dalton, Georgia, the carpet capital of the world, located 90 miles north of Atlanta, Georgia. Hello, dog. Yeah, Hungry Jack is a pancake mix. There goes that. There goes another sharp charger. Check it out. They taking that bad boy out for a test drive. Hopefully they drive it back. They don't just keep driving. How come everybody that comes out of IHOP looks like they need to IHOP on one of them there treadmills? Oh, dude blowing his horn. Well, it don't look like no police is gonna come up. I guess they're all too busy eating them there donuts. But EagleNick would like to thank everyone for coming on to the live stream. I guess we're gonna get ready to go ahead and end it, and EagleNick's gonna head on back toward the Eagle's Nest. It is hotter than a $2 hooker out here. You know what I mean, Vern? Now, we do have super chats, super thanks, and super stickers are available. And I also pinned my Cash App to the bottom of the chat if anybody would like to help support EagleNick and my YouTube channel. Japper, 1969, it looks like to me you're eager to get all that internet troll attention you can possibly get. No, EagleNick has let you talk freely and say what you want to say, but don't take it the wrong way. You know what I mean, Vern? Looks like they're cleaning the puke off the windows. Well, here's a couple people going in there to that there IHOP. Remember what I said about IHOPing on a treadmill? Got to get out of that sun, though. I'm about to roast to death out here, I'm telling you. That's why I picked this spot right here in the shade. And I would not have been able to do a live stream from that other side because there just is not enough shade over there. Well, thank you all for coming on to the live stream. I pray that you all have a very blessed morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you may be. Take care of yourselves, but please take care of each other. EagleNick. AUDITS. Stay away from that IHOP, the International House of Police, the International House of Puke. IHOP on over there to that there Burger King, or IHOP across the road to the Taco Bell. EagleNick. AUDITS. I am EagleNick. Peace and bacon grease. You know what I mean, VERN. I am EagleNick, and I'm out.